Hi friend, I just wanted to take a minute to invite you to our Lash Biz Babes Experience 2026. This is a one-day all online event happening on May 2nd, and our theme for the year is going all in. We are shaking things up and doing it differently than anyone ever has before. This is going to be an all online event as usual, but it's going to be 100% a curated journey throughout your day as we guide you through the mindset, strategy, and passion needed to go all in on your business to make it your best year in business yet. All lash artists, estheticians, and beauty professionals are invited to join us. There will be guided sessions, interactive workshops, a panel discussion, and big giveaways happening throughout that whole day. And tickets are on sale now for only $199. Payment plans are available. Let's go all in on our businesses for 2026 together. All the details and the link for tickets are down in the show notes below. I would love to have you join us online in May.
Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. Go ahead and say hi as you get on and let me know where you're watching from. And say hi in the comments. And if you are watching the replay of this, drop a hashtag replay in the comments. And if you are watching, or I guess listening to the podcast version of this, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here listening. So today we're going to be talking about how to get the results that you want in your beauty business. So basically, like, you know that you want like a full clientele, and you want like a thriving beauty business, and you want full paying clients, and you want all of these things, but maybe you're not quite there yet and you're not really sure how to shift into that reality. Maybe you don't quite know if that's like actually a possibility for you. Like, you see other people how they're doing it, and maybe you're wondering, like, is this possible for me too? So we're going to be talking about that today. So go ahead and say hi in the comments below as you get on. So as a solo beauty business owners, we have a lot on our plate, especially if it's just us, which a majority of the time, obviously, if you're a solo owner, like, it is just you and your business. So you are responsible for a lot of different things. You wear a lot of different hats in your business, and you've got a lot on your plate. And a lot of us attempt to do it all, or we do it all in our businesses, and we go unsupported through most of it. And it's also like usually things we've never done before, or that we've never dealt with before. So then we go unsupported and we're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So in entrepreneurship, owning a business, like, it's really normal to have days where you're like, oh yeah, everything's going great, like, I'm on top of the world, everything's going wonderful, like, and you feel really good about things. And then you'll have days where, like, it feels like nothing's going right, everything is stacking up against you, right? Like, you can't fan your lashes to save your life. The client from yesterday called in to say that she, like, her lashes are falling off, you're having problems at home, like, you have all these things happening, you are having a hard day, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can keep going, I don't know if I can keep moving forward, I'm not sure if I'm really cut out for this, like, it's really hard. And especially if it's something where it's like you're trying to build your clientele and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting clients, what do I do? It can feel really easy to just be like, well, just, like, give up, or like go get a job, or do what you need to do. But that gets hard, and you've never done that before, you've never navigated that, you've never walked that road before. But because you're a solo beauty business owner, there's not a lot of places to turn to for support. It's not like you have a boss or coworkers who have, like, walked that path before that can mentor you and give you some good guidance, right? And I feel like a lot of times we end up turning to, like, friends and family for support, but they haven't always been in our shoes. Like, your mom or your dad or whoever that's never run a business before, like, how are they going to give you really good advice about how to run a business and, like, own a business, Or maybe they have run a business, but it's not like a beauty clientele. Like, it can be hard to, just get really good guidance and support from that. And, sometimes because they haven't been in our shoes, they don't always have the best advice, and, like, nor are they always very supportive too. Like, of course we would love all our family and friends to be supportive, but if you have been a solo beauty business owner for any amount of time, you've probably realized that that's not always the case, which is kind of really disappointing sometimes. And you're like, okay, like, where do I turn to for support, right? So like, where can I turn to for support when like these difficult things arise in your business and like you're having these hard days? So let's talk about some examples of like difficult situations that we might face sometimes in our beauty businesses. So a few examples of this, like if your business isn't growing like you had hoped to, you're not getting clients like you were wanting or thinking that you would, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? It's like, okay, where do I turn for support with that? Or when you have like a difficult client, like the first time I got a bad review, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to handle this. Like, I felt so bad about myself, and it was like hard because it was like, okay, but where do I turn to for support with this? Like, it's just me. What do I do? You know, or like if you're nervous to charge what you want to, that's another thing I dealt with when I first when I moved and I went to rebuild my clientele, I was like, okay, I did all the math and I was like, here's what I want to charge. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like it's like the inadequacy feeling set in, and it was like, I could not charge that much. No one would ever pay me that much. But then it's like, okay, but do I just like lower my prices, or how do I like feel confident charging what I actually want to? You've never navigated that before. So it's like, where do I go for support with that, right? Or like if you're nervous of what other people might think of you when you post on social media, or like you're comparing yourself on social media, or you're overthinking every little detail and decision in your business, or like you're taking the clients that you don't really like for the sake of the money. Like, we run into these difficult situations. And do any of these sound familiar to you? Like, drop a 1 in the comments if so, because I think a lot of us deal with these things and we don't really talk about them very often, or we, again, don't know where to turn to for support with them. And it's in these situations like these where we're like, okay, I've never dealt with this before, I've never done this before, so what do I do to fix it? And you probably go through some trial and error trying to work your way through these situations, or like sometimes maybe you just don't deal with it at all, and then you end up like constantly in this cycle of like stressful situations in your business. Like, it like snowball effects on itself. And then you can end up like having a business that you don't really like that much, or it's not like lighting you up anymore. You're feeling burnt out. Like, that's like the end result of that. So let's talk about it a little more. How can you keep moving forward in situations like this? So let's dissect this, because situations like this where you're overthinking decisions, comparing yourself on social media, you're nervous to charge full price, or maybe you're like stuck at a plateau with building your clientele or growing your business. These are actually all symptoms of a root problem. So, the problem is not actually that you can't book clients because the market is too saturated, or that you can't charge full price because no one will pay you that. Like, that's not actually the problem. Or like that you can't show your face online because other people will judge you. Like, that's not actually the problem. The root problem of some of these hard situations that we deal with in our businesses is likely that you're actually dealing with imposter syndrome or self-doubt or limiting beliefs. And you might think like, oh, I don't have that problem. But usually, and this, just speaking from experience with working with other solo beauty business owners, we all deal with this on some level, whether it's like a big thing or like small. So you might think like, oh my gosh, I don't have those problems, or like maybe you don't currently, but like these kinds of mindset blocks like imposter syndrome or self-doubt or limiting beliefs, they not only present themselves in big ways, but they also present themselves in little ways too. And the little ways are really what can trip us up even more than the big ones sometimes, because we don't even recognize that they're happening. So then it's causing these ripple effects, and we're self-sabotaging, and we don't even recognize the cycle of it. So when they present themselves in small ways, it can be tiny, like little things, like little doubts, like thoughts of doubt that creep in, like wondering if that difficult client who said you're not good at lashes was actually right, or not feeling good enough to charge what you actually want to, or like the little passing thought that the lash artist down the street from you is better at lashes than you are. Like, yeah, it might be a 2-3 second thought, like a quick little passing thing, but these little thoughts and these little doubts, they have ripple effects. And these are all real world examples of mindset blocks presenting themselves in your life. And these mindset blocks are holding you back from making your true potential as a person, as a service provider, like lash artist, hairstylist, nail tech, whatever service it is that you do, and like holding you back from making like your dream business a reality. Because we are essentially getting in our own way when these things pop up, when we have these little thoughts and these little doubts. And the ability to achieve your goals, the ability to make your dreams a reality, your ability to create the thriving beauty business that you desire, it's already inside of you. It's already there. It's always been there. It's just about clearing out the limiting beliefs and kicking the imposter syndrome to the curb to make these goals and dreams realized and like reach our fullest potential, not only in our businesses, but in our lives as well. Like growing personally, it's like we already have this potential inside of us. It's just clearing all those extra like clouds out of the way so that we can get to where we're going, inevitably get to where we're going. It's already written, right? So I remember like when I was in the thick of this, like dealing with these really heavily and very constantly, like imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs and things, I was like so deeply dealing with them that I could not even recognize them for what they were. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, sometimes like it's these little tiny things that happen, or like these little tiny thoughts, these little tiny doubts that are inevitably causing you to hold yourself back and like self-sabotage, and you get in this cycle and you don't even realize it or recognize it sometimes. Like that's what happened to me. And if someone had told me when I was in the thick of that, oh my gosh, like you've got limiting beliefs, I would have been like, what are you even talking about? Like, because I couldn't even recognize them for myself. It like took a lot of self-reflection and like work with other people, like mentors and things, to realize like the cycle I was stuck in and to be able to like break free of that cycle. And so like I was saying, like the thing about these things is that a lot of times they happen subconsciously, and because of that we don't even realize the effects that they're having in our lives. So we actually end up subconsciously self-sabotaging ourselves because of them. So for example, like if you subconsciously or even like maybe even consciously realize this, but if you feel like, or that you believe no one wants to pay you full price, like that was me when I was setting my prices once. I was like, oh my gosh, like no one will pay me that. Like that was the belief that I have. And so like because of that, you know, if you're constantly, if that's the belief you have, so then you're constantly running deals, you are never raising your prices, you're constantly like appealing to these price shoppers, these people who are just looking for a deal because that's the only people that you believe will pay you, then you're actually self-sabotaging yourself, because you're never actually giving yourself or your business the chance to bring in and attract high-paying clients, or even just people who are willing to pay full price without second-guessing you. And it all starts with that belief that like, oh, they won't pay me. The higher paying clients don't want to pay me, or no one out there will pay me that. If like you don't believe that that's a possibility for yourself, so then your actions don't align with actually making that a reality, and you get stuck in this cycle, right? So that's one example. Another example that I personally dealt with in my early years of being a solo artist was thinking that like the market was too saturated, and how am I ever going to get clients, right? there's too many other lash artists out there. There's a lash artist on every corner. Like, I'm based in Utah. There's freaking lash artists everywhere. So I had the belief that the market was too saturated. How was I ever going to get clients? And it held me back for a really long time because I used that as an excuse and like a crutch. Like, okay, this is the reason why I'm not getting clients. It has nothing to do with me. It's like placing the blame somewhere else. So then my actions weren't actually aligning with that desire that I wanted. Like, I wanted to build my full clientele, but I had this limiting belief that the market was too saturated, so my actions weren't aligning with that desire that I wanted. So if you're thinking like, okay, well, the market's too saturated, that's the reason why I can't get clients, like, I can't change that. So you basically end up using that as a crutch as to why your business isn't growing, and then your actions don't align to help you actually book clients, and especially book clients consistently, because you will move and act very differently in your business when you have the mindset of like, okay, well, here's this excuse as to why I'm not getting clients, like, this is the reason why, versus like believing that there's clients out there who are looking for you, and like there's plenty of clients out there for you, and just like looking for every possibility and opportunity that you can to be booking clients and really like actively working towards it. Like, there's a very big difference between the two there. And so if you have that belief that, oh, the market's too saturated, like, you end up self-sabotaging and you get stuck in that cycle. And so, like, do you see the pattern here? The results that you've created thus far in your beauty business are a result of your current thoughts, your current beliefs, your current habits and routines. Like, these are what create your reality. And if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So if you want to create different results in your business, like say maybe you want to book clients every day, or you want a full clientele, of full paying clients that you love, like, or maybe you want to feel confident in your lash skills or your hair skills, your nail skills, whatever service it is that you provide, or like you want to feel in control of your income and your schedule, and you don't want to feel like clients are walking all over you all the time. Like, if you want to make that your reality, or like have a business that really works for you, that's set up well for you, that you really, really love, you want to make like that kind of thing a reality, or whatever it is that you're working towards in your business that's like the dream for you, then you need to shift your thoughts and shift your beliefs, shift your habits, shift your routines to support making those things a reality. Because the way that you're talking to yourself, the thoughts that you have, even if it's the little 2-second thoughts in passing, those are the things that are going to be informing your actions and informing the way that you like view the world around you. And so if you want to shift that, you want to shift your thoughts, you want to shift your beliefs, shift your routines and your habits, this all starts with kicking imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs to the curb. So are you fully ready to trust yourself to create the reality that you desire? Are you ready to step into your power as a business owner and take control of your business? Do you want to confidently grow your business every day? And are you ready to shift your thoughts and beliefs and habits to make your goals and your dreams and your business a reality? If you answered yes to any of these, then the breakthrough event is going to be for you. This is my upcoming one-day live online event for solo beauty business owners who want to kick imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs to the curb so that you can show up and dominate and the everyday growth of your beauty business. So if you are interested in this, if you would like more details for it, you can drop a breakthrough in the comments, or you can DM me and I'll get you the link, or the link is also in my bio as well. It's super easy to find there. So this is coming up this Friday, the 20th. I'm so freaking excited about this because truly, like, shifting my mindset and like my beliefs around what was possible for me in my business is really what got me to where I'm at today. Because if you don't believe it's possible for you, then you're not going to be able to make that a reality. So this Friday the 20th, the breakthrough event, I want to help you master the 3 R's process of breaking free. I swear I can talk. Master the 3 R's process of breaking free from mindset blocks like imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs. And this is the recognize, reframe, and reaffirm process. I want to help equip you with the tools necessary to navigate through imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs so that they no longer have the power to hold you back in your business. I want you to walk away from this event feeling empowered and confident and ready to take on whatever it is that your business journey throws at you, because you know that you have the power and ability to keep going no matter what. And you know that you have the power and ability to navigate through that, even when you are a solo business owner who's managing and dealing with a lot of it all on your own. Like, I want you to have the tools necessary to be able to have that confidence and ability, so that you can create the thriving, full-time, full clientele beauty business that you desire, that's going to allow you to live a life that you truly love. And creating or evolving into your dream beauty business, that's going to require strategy and mindset. I see a lot of people that are only focused on the strategy, and that's great. Obviously, we need strategies and methods to grow our audiences and grow our clienteles and like manage things and all of like the great parts about strategy. But like I said, it's going to require strategy and mindset. The two go hand in hand, especially as a solo business owner who's dealing with a lot of it all on your own. Because you can listen to all the gurus, you can follow all the strategies, do all the different methods out there, take in all the tips and tricks. But if deep down you don't believe that it's possible for yourself, or that deep down you believe that maybe you aren't worthy of achieving those things, then it's going to be really difficult to make that a reality. And I learned that the hard way. But I also learned how to break free of those things and to truly be able to create a reality in my business that I desired, and like build a full clientele in less than 6 months, and add another lash artist into my studio, and then double our clientele and shift into education. And like, that was what I wanted. Like, your version of success, everyone's version of success in this industry is going to look different. So maybe you want to build the full clientele. Maybe you want to work part-time and just like have that part-time clientele. Maybe you do want to shift into education or products or coaching. Like, everyone's going to be different. There's no like one version of success or like one like roadmap through the industry that you have to follow. But whatever that version of success looks like for you, like reaching it is going to start with like believing that that's a possibility for yourself, and then actively being able to like navigate through the hard days in business, because you will have hard days and you're gonna have to put in hard work. And if you can't, like, if you're able to navigate through those sustainably and not let them hold you back, not let them make you stay small and shrink back and be like scared to keep going, or like give into the fear, then you're going to be able to hit your goals so much faster and more sustainably without like giving yourself emotional whiplash. I have done that one too many times in my business, and like I 100% know what that is like, and I have been in those shoes, and I want to help you succeed and really be able to kick imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs to the curb so that you can show up and dominate the everyday growth of your business and keep moving forward no matter what life and business throw at you. So if you would like more details for this, drop a breakthrough in the comments, or you can visit the link in my bio. It's all there. If you're listening to the podcast version of this, hello again, and you can find the link for the breakthrough event in the show notes below. But I wanted to make this event super accessible because I know that so many solo beauty business owners in the industry struggle with these things, and so many of us could benefit from this kind of support because there aren't a lot of places to go to get help with these things and get support with these things. So I wanted to make the event super accessible. It is literally only $22 USD, like so super accessible. I really can't wait to see you there. I'm so excited for this. I have, like I said on my stories the other day, I literally haven't been this excited to drop something before. I was like tearing up when I was like posting about it because I'm just so excited about this. I had the thought, like the idea for it a few months back, and it's been a really fun process to like create it into reality for myself, and to even just work through my own like mindset blocks. as I was creating it too, because it was just like, well, at first, when I first had the idea, it was like, well, am I even like qualified? Am I qualified to help people with this? Like, but then as I looked back on my own journey, it was like, oh my gosh, like, look at how much I've overcome and like what I've been able to create in my life and what I've been able to create in my business because of it. And so, like, it's all this process, and throughout this process I was really able to reflect on my own experiences working through imposter syndrome and working through limiting beliefs and like self-doubt even too, because it's not just like a one-time thing. You work through it once and it never comes back again. Like, these things pop up over time. It's like an ebb and a flow. And so when you've got these tools, these methods to navigate through it and to help yourself keep moving forward, that's when you're going to be able to sustainably work through them and be able to show up and dominate the everyday growth of your business, because you've got these tools in your toolkit and it will help you continue to be able to move forward. So the link is in my bio for the event. If you guys have any questions, you can drop them below. And like I said, if you're listening to the podcast version of this, you can always send me a message on Instagram. If you have any questions, I will link my Instagram page in the show notes as well. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. I can hear my kids up from nap, so I'm going to go play with them. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again later this week.